Hey everybody, I have a really great video for you. I am so in love with all of this Christmas decor, so let's jump right in. I have these wood blanks I got from Michael's. Comes in a 2-pack. If you wait until they're on sale, they're really inexpensive, like 10 bucks maybe for two. And then I have this beautiful Frosty's Christmas Market rub-on transfer from Essential Stencil. I will have their link in my description box. It's always there actually. And my discount code is there as well for you. So I'm going to take this rub-on transfer. The great thing about these wood blanks is that they're already painted, so you don't even have to worry about painting them if you don't want to. So I kind of messed up here. If you remember, I did my Highland cow and the black and white cow on these, and I ended up cutting those transfers in strips, the size or the width of the planks. And I kind of messed up here on this one. I didn't do that right away. After I got the left side pressed down, I remembered that I needed to do that. So it all works out in the end. But I would suggest if you're going to be putting these rub-on transfers on any of these planks, or the plank signs, you might want to just measure it out and cut the pieces so that, because if you don't, you can't get anything in the side parts of the planks. I hope I'm explaining this right. But so you end up losing some of the transfer. But anyway, like I said, it all worked out. I used my scissors and then my X-Acto blade and was able to cut all of the pieces down. So you can see right there, I grabbed my scissors and I was like, oh, Tammy, what did you do? But again, it all works out in the end. So here I am with the X-Acto blade making that first cut. And you want to make sure that your X-Acto blade is very sharp, because otherwise it'll just tear the transfer, and you definitely don't want that happening. So now I have that first piece down, and I'm just going to rub until the transfer comes off. And I'm not going to make you watch the whole process. But I do want you to see how I'm kind of pushing on the side so that some of the transfer goes down kind of in that crack. And there it is. Look at how stinking cute that is. I think he's so adorable. I think I might have to get more of these transfers because I love them. So now what I'm doing here is because the wood blank itself looks a little rustic, I wanted to kind of scuff up the transfer a little bit. So I just took a piece of sandpaper and just went over the top of it. Now you don't want to press too hard because you'll destroy the transfer, but I did want to rough it up a little bit, and I think it looks beautiful. And here you can see it is scuffed up a bit. And I just love it so, so much. I think he's so adorable. So now I'm going to take some Mod Podge and go over the entire piece. And now it's a little wet still from the Mod Podge, so I just have it propped up. So I'm sorry I'm out of frame, but all I'm doing is taking this jute twine and I am putting some hot glue on the back, and I am going to wrap this wood piece with the jute twine. And I go around it 4 times and kind of make an X pattern up at the top. You'll see that in just a moment. And now that that part is done, I'm going to take the jute twine and I am going to wrap it around my finger a few times and make a cute little finger bow to place on the wrapped part of the jute or the sign. You know what I mean. You'll see. And there it is. I love this sign. I know I've already said it, but oh my goodness, I love how this sign came out. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Okay, for this next one, I have this little metal sign I got, I think from TEMU. And I think it's like a wreath medallion you put in the center of the wreath. And then I got that wagon wheel from the Dollar Tree, and this wood round is from Michael's. So I'm going to take my Dixie Belle paint in Anchor and Whitecap, and I am going to paint the wood round and the wagon wheel with those colors. Once that's done, I'm going to take the wagon wheel, I'm going to add some wood glue and some hot glue, and I'm just going to glue it to the front of the wood round. Then I'm just going to take a couple clamps and I am going to clamp that down just for a bit. Even though I put the hot glue on, I felt like it wasn't holding very well with just the hot glue. So I just wanted to be sure. And then I am going to take that sign and I'm going to use some E6000 because it's metal and some hot glue, and I am going to adhere the sign to the front of the wagon wheel. Now that all of the glue is dry, I just took the clamps off, and now I am going to take some ribbon. I believe I got this ribbon from Dollar General, maybe? I don't know. It said AC Moore on there, but AC Moore's been gone for years. So I want to say I got it from Dollar General. So I'm going to take 2 strips, one a little longer than the other, and I am going to fold them in half, and I'm going to make a double bow that I will be able to add to this sign. And of course, you all know I just do the awareness ribbon and scrunch it in the center and then just take a piece of twine and tie it off. And then I do take a piece of the ribbon and use that to cover the twine on the center or in the center of the bow. And of course, once that's done, I'm going to cut the tails, dovetail the ends, and then I will be ready to glue it to the top of the sign. So before I do that, I'm just going to take the tails and do that accordion bend in them, just so that they're not hiding the words on that metal sign. And then I do end up tacking the tails down onto the wagon wheel, just again to make sure that it's not covering the I'll be home for portion of the sign. Then I'm going to take some of this like sparkly, what am I trying to say? Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's a fern or spruce or whatever, but some greenery from the Dollar Tree. I don't know about your Dollar Trees, but mine still have stuff in boxes in the aisles. So I went digging through the boxes because I needed some of the winter greenery. So just taking a couple of pieces off of, well, I took 4 pieces off of one of the picks, and I'm going to glue 2 on one side and 2 on the other side. And I love this greenery, but good gracious, that glitter gets everywhere. So anyway, small price to pay for a beautiful piece of home decor, I guess, right? Then I just took a couple berries off of some of the picks from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put a red and a white on each side just to kind of finish it off. And that's it for this one. I think it is so beautiful, if I do say so myself. And I do. So anyway, I love how this came out. I think it's so gorgeous. Let me know what you guys think of this one. For this next one, I'm going to take the other wood blank from Michael's that I showed you on the first one. And then I have the new IOD. Don't pay attention to that ink. I didn't use it. This is the new IOD stamps for the Christmas release, and they are gorgeous. So when you first use them, you need to take just a piece of sandpaper and just kind of go over all of the pieces so that the ink gets into the little details of the stamps. So I'm taking my IOD ink in black and I'm just going to re-wet the stamp pad because I don't use these very often. And then I am going to take the stamps and add them to this wood blank. Now I kind of messed up on this one. You can see a little bit. I didn't clean off the edges before I stamped. So you can see some of the ink where it's not supposed to be. But that's okay. I was able to fix it. No harm, no foul. And I did use the wipes to make sure that there was no ink on the sides of any of the other stamps. So you can see here I'm wiping the edge just to make sure. And also when you're done with these, you want to just wash them off, like wipe them off with a wipe or even put them under the water just to get the ink off because you don't want to ruin these stamps. They're not cheap, Dollar Tree stamps. These are a little pricey, but if you take good care of them, you'll have them for years. So here's the second tree, and it comes out so much better than the first one because I actually cleaned the edges off. So now that I have the 3 big trees, I'm going to take these, they're called masks for the trees. And it's just in case you want to layer it, you put these masks on and it, when you stamp the next trees, it will look like they're behind or in front of these other trees. I know I'm probably not making any sense, but you'll understand in a second. You'll see. So I'm going to add the masks to these 3 big trees, and then I'm going to start working on the smaller trees. And I know it's kind of hard to see right now, but once I take all the masks off and I have finished stamping, then you'll see the full effect. So once I'm done stamping, I'm going to put that aside to dry, and I'm going to work on the letters that I have chosen to use. Now, I went into my stash and I pulled out all of my letters. So I have different sizes and different shapes. And I think it really looks great. So it was kind of like a happy accident kind of thing. I thought I had enough letters. I didn't. So, but you'll see it. I think it comes out so adorable. So I'm taking Fiery Sky from Dixie Belle and just one of my little sponges on a stick. I think I got them off of Amazon, like a whole bunch of them for very little. So I'm just going to take all of the letters, I'm going to lay them out, and I am going to paint them all in, again, Fiery Sky from Dixie Belle. And here you can see the trees. I think it looks so pretty. And now I'm just going to take these letters and I'm going to add them to the sign. And of course, it's going to say, "Oh, Christmas tree." And I think it's so stinking cute. I love the red with the black and white. I think it just, that great pop of color for Christmas. So anyway, I do end up covering the tops of the trees, but honestly, I'm okay with that. I think it looks adorable. And that's it for this one. That's all I did to this. I love it. It is so simple, but those red letters really pop, and I just love it. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Okay, for this last one, I am taking my train rides North Pole Express from, it's a rub-on transfer from Essential Stencil. And then I got this wood sign from Hobby Lobby. It was 40% off. So it was regular $15.99, I believe. And so I grabbed a couple of them while they were on sale, and I think they're beautiful. So I'm going to use this white cap, and I'm going to paint the inside of the sign, and then I'm going to take Fiery Sky and my sponge on a stick, and I'm going to go around just the front part of the frame, as you can see here, and I'm leaving the rest of it just the plain wood. And then I'm just going to take my sander and just sand off any excess paint anywhere. Then I cut the transfer down so that it would fit nicely inside the sign. And look at that. Oh my word. I love this. I can't even get high because my voice is still crackly from this annoying cold I've had for like 3 weeks. Anyway, so I'm just trying to center this transfer as best I can, and then I'm going to press it down and start rubbing until it transfers onto this sign. And look at how gorgeous this comes out. I love. I think this and the Frosty might be my favorites. It's gorgeous. Look at that. And that's all I did to this one. I didn't want to touch it. I think it's absolutely perfect just as it is. But you guys let me know what you think of this one and all of these in the comments down below. So I am super excited to announce that I have opened an Etsy shop, and I will be selling the majority of my DIYs. So if you enjoy my videos and you would like to own one of my projects, head on over to Etsy and check out my shop. I will have the link in my description box down below. I thank you so much for all of your support, always. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. It lets YouTube know that you enjoy my content, and they'll push it out for others to enjoy as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I thank you so very much for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you all in the next one.